So, guys, yeah, Charlie Kirk has been assassinated, and that's what it was. It was a political assassination, and people are saying that it was a pissed off tranny, which I think it was. I don't think it was. It was way too technical and precise and tactical for just a pissed off person. It was a planned out assassination. There were the fake shooters, the two guys that identified themselves as the shooter, and this was all being done while the actual shooter was being making his getaway, exfil, extraction. A lot of people, a lot of info is coming out. Someone said that it was and actually had a picture of a World War II style, looked like a Russian rifle. I forget the name, but I thought that was more of either a 7mm or 8mm cartridge. And they're saying that he was hit with a 30-06, and then now a photo came out with a 30-06 modern day bolt action rifle. And there's just more and more evidence coming out that this was more of a professional, politically motivated assassination. And then the photos coming out of the possible shooter, he doesn't look trans. He looks calm, cool, collected, mission dedicated, that kind of thing. And I just hope the FBI and the officers that are investigating this look at the big picture and are not fixated on the whole pissed off tranny viewpoint. Let the evidence take them to wherever it leads. And there was one source talking about a private airplane taking off, and then their radar or each airplane has a type of signal that basically identifies them and who they are, and this one turned off their signal. That could have its own story and have nothing to do with this, but it's just taken off an hour after the shooting. Yeah, I could make that into a story. I could put that together, but we need to look at the facts. There's a lot of fake evidence, then they're mixed in with all the real evidence, and I'm trying not to take what I see and it's like, oh, that's it, or oh, that's the truth. Take everything that you hear, even the information that I am telling you, with a grain of salt. Okay? Let the evidence show us the real evidence, and let the investigators and the professionals sift through all the false and the real evidence and let it lead them down to the actual shooter. And then if it is just a pissed off person, okay, but we've got to, if it's a professional assassin, who paid them? Because those need to be held accountable. Yes, the shooter needs to be held accountable, of course. But whoever paid for this, because whoever planned it paid for it, and then actually did the shooting, everybody needs to be held accountable. And the fact that this is happening on September 10th, the day before September 11th, and just days after, is it Ariana? Hopefully I'm saying her name right. The girl that was murdered on the train in North Carolina, or Charlotte. It's like, what is going on? All I can say, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but everybody, I don't want to just limit my fellow conservative Christian Republicans. Only you guys can, ladies and gentlemen, only you can go out, train yourself and get trained in the use of firearms, and go through the concealed carry course, get your permit/license, and protect yourselves. Because I am not calling for violence. I am calling for self-defense. We all need to be trained and capable, and we all need to be capable of defending ourselves. We have the God-given right. Let's take that. And I don't care if you voted for Trump or not. We all need to be able to defend ourselves, and thank God Trump is making that more possible and less of a pain to maintain or get. But shit is happening right in front of us, and people are rejoicing that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. I don't know of one liberal, Democrat, commenter, a spokesperson, even a politician that I want to see assassinated. Perhaps jail, yeah, perhaps investigated, and if they are found to be guilty of treason, then the death penalty, but it's all through the courts. It's all legally, and they are not being assassinated. They are found guilty. If they are guilty of their crimes, they are investigated. If found guilty, then justice will prevail. At least that's what I hope. But no assassinations, no violence. But that's, if this continues to happen, people are going to get pissed off enough that vigilantes will come out. And if the law enforcement doesn't get everything together, we finally have a president and a FBI director that say they are willing to do the actual job. And it appears that they're doing that. Okay, I still have questions about the Epstein list, but we're not talking about that today. We're talking about an innocent man that was trying to tell the society, the world, the truth, especially in our colleges and universities that are just being brainwashed with all this bullshit, and he's one of the few that are saying, hey, no, that is bullshit, this is the truth. And these students have the opportunity to ask questions and be informed And I hope they see this as someone's trying to silence him for some reason. He might actually be telling the truth, or at least consider that. I mean, I feel sorry for the wife, for his wife, for his kids. They are so young. I mean, hey, dad's not coming home. Why? Because someone was pissed off and shot him? Why? There is no good reason for this. There's no... Evil is out and about and abundant in the modern day. And I heard that Ben Shapiro canceled his college or university debate or talk or whatever. That's bullshit, Ben. Someone like you should be standing up and saying, no, we're not going to be quiet. No, we're not going to stop. We don't negotiate with terrorism, and it's not going to stop us from doing what we need to do. I mean, Ben, come on. Invest in some bullet-resistant glass. Put that in front of you, okay? Hire someone that can handle a simple drone and have that flying around and observe the area and the buildings around it, and hire an extraction team or a security team of retired or former military and police, a little tactical unit that can extract you and return fire if it need be. But we don't stop. Come on, Ben. You're better than this. You're smarter than this. I understand it could be scary, but come on. And if it was someone else, a producer, someone else that pulled the plug on this, and it's not you, okay. But we've got to stand up to this bullshit, okay? I have 5 jobs, and I'm not in the public eye yet. I can't just show up to a college thing and take Charlie Kirk's place. But you know who is? I was wondering where Milo, he was a gay conservative commentator, and today I saw his comment. It's like, oh, cool, it's Milo. Where has he been? I might not agree with his lifestyle choices, but he was smart. He is smart. He was brave enough to actually confront and talk about all this bullshit, and he made great points. And then now I saw his comment and found out that he, I guess, is no longer gay or ex-gay, and he was wearing an actual cross necklace, and that could all be a facade. But the way he was talking and the way he was portraying himself, it's like, I'm surprised, and it's a good surprise. I think Milo's going to make a comeback, and liberals, you're going to wish Charlie Kirk was alive, and you're going to wish this never happened, because Milo's back, and that I wish Milo could have come back without all this that happened to Charlie Kirk, but you're going to wish that Charlie Kirk was alive, and I think Milo's going to shove a lot of shit back into the liberals' faces, and he's going to make them wish that this never happened. But it did. So welcome back, Milo. I look forward to seeing your work. And if you're a Christian, then hey, we're brothers in Christ. Welcome to the family. And this is all happening um, on 9/11, where um, I I remember 9/11, 2001, like it was yesterday. And I don't. Was this a huge attempt on people trying to distract us from 9/11? I don't know. A lot of questions, but I'm going to wait till the evidence and the investigation is concluded and we get the asshole that actually pulled the trigger, the real one, and whoever's behind it, whoever's funding it, we're going to get that person too. Um, just keep praying for Charlie Kirk's family, his friends, the students that actually witnessed everything. Um, Sad day, sad week. Also pray for Ariana, her family, her friends. I mean, she left a war to come to the U.S. as a refugee, and she was killed here. It's been a bad week, but we need to keep going, overcome the obstacles, and never give up. Okay. Thank you for listening. Let me know what you think. Comment below. Consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you later. All right. Hopefully, we'll talk later. Thanks. Bye.